Yes, go ahead.
No. You're the beat.
Braden, what do you guys need to take from, I guess, your first loss of the season?
Yes, just the physicality was huge. I mean, you're going to have it. It was coming at some point. Obviously, we don't want that to happen, but at some point it was going to happen, and we're going to learn from it and move on and get ready for Ohio State.
What could have been better offensively against the way they play, I feel like?
I think just making shots. I think I could have done better. Not turning the ball over, I think that was huge. I think just trying to run the offense and kind of be more patient with it would help a lot more.
It felt like sort of one of those games that, in the big picture, a lot of positive can kind of come from that. What sort of positive do you guys need to take from,
I think
kind of acclimating to that style of play as you get back in the Big Ten?
Yeah, I mean, they're a very physical team, so being able to see that and see how the Big Ten's kind of going to go was helpful for me, at least. Just trying to get over that hump and kind of figure it out.
Just for you personally, though, what was your own personal takeaway from that game?
I got to be better. Nothing really to it. I just got to be better.
It seemed like a lot of the turnovers came when, not just you, but guys were playing off 1 foot instead of 2.
Yeah.
How much did that kind of play into what happened?
I think just me, I feel like when I do that, I feel like I have to kind of jump on my passes. I'm not falling up, obviously, so I try to get up in the air and try to make those passes, and it's obviously hurt that game. So I kind of got to figure out how to play off too and go from there.
You guys knew this was coming at some point, that you'd have to rebound from a loss. Just the mindset now as you kind of start trudging through this Big Ten season.
Yeah, no, it definitely sucks, but we all learned. I mean, it's something that we needed, something that we learned from, and we'll move on to the next one and hopefully make changes and go from there.
They were really jamming up Zach on his roll and pick and roll. What's the counterpunch to that when people do that moving forward?
I got to make a play. Just do it. I got to make a jump shot, go make a layup, go get somebody a shot somewhere. So,
you and Fletcher obviously have earned your opportunity to start this season. You guys have been playing at a high level and contributing to this team, but also Matt Painter has talked about just yourself personally, just being able to take criticism, as someone, maybe playing well beyond their years, but any difference in terms of kind of looking at the film and taking criticism and making sure you're getting the right things out of a loss as opposed to some of the wins this past season?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sucks. Nobody likes getting yelled at, but I mean, I can take it. It's good to kind of hear from their side, and then obviously seeing it on film is also very helpful. So just being able to see that and listen to the coaches and understand what they're saying is huge.
Just maximize the importance of these 2 road games now, or is it just it's another game, we just have to go out there and perform better?
I just think it's another game out there. Obviously, it's Big Ten. It's huge, so we need these 2. We're 4 of the next 5 away games, so these are going to be a huge stretch for us.
After a loss like that, are you a guy that needs to see it on film immediately, or do you need to kind of process what happened and then get back to it the next day?
I think just process it. I think I played the games. I kind of feel like I know what I did wrong and what I can kind of, those turnovers, like I said, were huge at the end of the game. So, because we needed those extra possessions. So, I feel like just seeing that in my head and kind of going from there.
What was the team's energy the next day?
We're ready to compete. We're ready for it. We're ready for the next challenge and get in Ohio State and get after it.
You guys were obviously going to lose a game at some point. You weren't going to go unbeaten for your whole career. But what was the feeling for you personally? Was it anger? Was it frustration? Disappointment?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit.
How did you kind of process things?
I was just frustrated, like I said earlier, with just how I played. I feel like I could have handled it a little bit better. I feel like I could have made a little bit better decisions. But I mean, other than that, it's just another game. Obviously, we wish we could have it back. If we could, we'd do a lot of things different, and I'd do a lot of things different. So we don't have it back, though, so we just got to move on and go to the next one.
In terms of the players that are returning this season from last year, they've obviously been through situations like this, being ranked number 1, losing to Rutgers, and just suffering some of those losses throughout the year. Just, I guess, how have you seen them kind of process this matchup and kind of reflect on it in a positive way so that you guys can move on and take it the best way possible.
Yeah, I mean, that was actually really helpful, just hearing them, obviously before the game, just how we have to play, and then how they're going to play, and then obviously after the game when we lose. I mean, we got to keep our heads up, we got to keep the positivity going. I mean, we can't just hang our heads over one loss. That's not going to make or break our season. So just hearing that from them, and just obviously they've been through it a couple times, so just being able to listen to them and from their experience to kind of see how they handled it was helpful for us.
Just kind of the importance of not making it more than it is. I mean, as I said before, at some point you guys were going to lose a game, and it sort of changes things when you go 13-0 or whatever. Does anybody have to say, "Hey, don't panic. This is part of the process"?
A lot of the older guys did.
Yeah.
Yesterday during practice, the coaches said yesterday. I mean, it's just like I said, it's just another game. It's huge, so we weren't able to pull away with it. But we obviously made a lot of mistakes. So I feel like if we could just go back and change those things, it'd be a different story.
Did you learn a lot about the fight of this team, though, where, you know, a lot of teams would have fallen behind by double digits and rolled over and died, and this team came back and had a lead in the final seconds?
Yeah, I feel like that's been the story this whole year. We're not going to give up. I mean, we've had a couple games, like the Marquette game, I think Gonzaga and Duke both. We had started off poorly, so being able to come back and fight back is huge, and something that I see our team doing every single time. So.
Is there any sliver